We all love to shop, and these days, the newest styles of clothes are cheaper than ever. Fast fashion is a term coined in modern times to describe an approach to the design, creation, and marketing of clothing fashions that emphasizes making trends quickly and cheaply available to customers. This quick manufacturing is seen online and in stores like H&M, Zara, Forever 21, and Topshop. But buying cheap comes at a high cost. For a long time, our economy has been linear. This basically means that raw materials are used to make a product, and after its use, any waste like packaging and eventually the product itself is thrown away. The first step is resource acquisition. This involves extracting raw materials directly from the natural environment. This includes all activities such as harvesting, mining, and lumbering, which often damage natural ecosystems. The next step is the manufacturing process. The manufacturing and production of products in a linear supply chain is completely focused on mass efficiency. This focus creates major moral and ethical dilemmas as workers' rights are compromised, safety codes are violated, and environmental emissions from machinery and the factory itself go to the back burner. This was seen in its worst form during the Rana Plaza incident in Bangladesh on April 24, 2013. The concrete Rana Plaza factory building cracked, buckled, and ultimately collapsed atop the garment workers inside its factories. It would turn out to be the worst accident in the garment industry. More than 1,000 people were killed and 2,500 injured. Next up on the linear supply chain is transportation. Transportation is one of the biggest perpetrators of excess greenhouse gas emissions and other negative externalities. In the United States alone, 27% of carbon dioxide emissions come from burning fossil fuels to power cars, trucks, and boats to transport our clothes. Once the product reaches the consumer's hand, use enters the supply chain. The use of an item is often short and underappreciated. This is due to the poor quality of the garment or the fact that it goes out of style so quickly. Americans alone throw away approximately 14 billion kilograms of garments each year. That's over 36 kilograms per person. And what happens to the garment once it's thrown away? According to the Environmental Protection Agency, 84% of unwanted clothes in the United States in 2012 went either to a landfill or an incinerator. So, the linear supply chain is a finite system that is continuing to drive our world into environmental and ethical disaster. But how can it be solved? Here's where the concept of a circular supply chain comes in. It starts off similarly to the linear supply chain with resource acquisition. However, in the circular system, a larger focus is placed on sustainably harvest and rapidly renewable resources like bamboo and cork trees. Next in the circular system is design thinking. Design thinking is a methodology for product design developed by Stanford's D School to help people become better designers by focusing on empathizing with the end user and not being afraid to iterate on their ideas. Several major organizations are starting to use design thinking principles to create better products and systems. At the company Everlane, they provide a breakdown of their cost structure, showing for each product they sell how much it costs to make the item, specifically where that cost was derived from, and how much they mark up compared to traditional fast fashion retailers. By giving an easy-to-understand breakdown of the costs, customers can understand pricing better and what exactly they are buying. More companies should adopt this practice, as well as design tags and advertising that shows a more transparent cost structure. This then reinforces the fact that a sustainable wardrobe is one that values the quality and longevity of pieces over buying trendier, mass-produced ones for cheaper. Next in the circular system is manufacturing. Sustainable manufacturing and production lie at the root of the people making the products. Are they making a sufficient wage? Do they feel safe in the workplace? Are they receiving additional benefits to help support their families? Production isn't just an environmental issue with the amount of excess emissions factories release. It's a social one, where workers are able to make a living wage. After the Rana Plaza incident in 2013, the Fashion Revolution movement was formed in the United Kingdom. It is a team of interdisciplinary individuals looking to make a difference in the transparency and sustainability of retail. They are changing the way we look at the supply chain, how we are asking companies to become more transparent in their practices, and how we can take action as a community to expose unsustainable and unethical businesses so that they feel the pressure to do better for society and the environment. It's about knowing who made our clothes and supporting them to work from the inside out in retail companies. As shown previously, packaging and transportation are one of the main culprits of unnecessary waste and negative externalities such as excess carbon emissions. Shopping locally and supporting companies who aren't exporting mass products being shipped from overseas can help reduce an item's carbon footprint. As we near the end of a product's life, we must make a decision of what to do with the product and the raw materials inside of it. Oftentimes, clothing gets disposed of simply because of minimal wear and tear. Because of that, these clothes usually can't even be donated. Several clothing manufacturers have programs now where customers can bring in clothes for repair for a nominal fee or no fee at all. Large brands such as H&M have even created recycling programs where you can drop off your old clothing where they will reuse the fibers, and in return, you get a discount on your next purchase. The circular system is a model for businesses to aim for, as no company is fully circular yet. To learn more about a local brand that is exploring more sustainable practices, we visited Asko Finlayson, a clothing store in North Minneapolis, to hear what they're currently doing and have planned for the future.
My name is Adam Fetcher. I'm Vice President of Environmental Impact and Policy for Asko Finlayson. We have a mission to keep the North cold, which is about both celebrating the North and our cold winters that are at the heart of our identity, and also protecting those winters by fighting against climate change. And so we've put in place a climate positive business model that we call Give 110%. My job sort of runs the gamut of measuring our carbon footprint, sort of from the raw materials in our supply chain all the way through our corporate headquarters here in Minneapolis, calculating the social cost of that footprint, making it a dollar value, and then giving away that amount times 110% to organizations that are on the front lines of the climate crisis.
Along with their Give 110% model, Asko Finlayson incorporates sustainable strategies in their products, like their North hats, made from 100% recycled yarn.
The issue of climate change is so urgent that our entire economy and individual consumers across the board really need to start making every decision they make in their life part of the movement to solve this problem. It really needs to be at every turn. So our goal is to make a product where the act of purchasing in and of itself is a positive action to help solve climate change.
While retail still has a long way to go to reach a circular economy, it's important to see businesses taking strides in the right direction. Next time you're shopping online or in store, pause for a moment and think about the chain leading back from the contents at the bottom of your basket.